It's a brand new week and the price of Bitcoin produced a brand new, you guessed it, Cme Gap at $89,200. And in this video, we're going to be going through my expectation for Bitcoin with these Cme Gaps. I will discuss a brand new potential bull case scenario that would shake things up. I will break it down. It's going to be interesting. I've not spoken about it before. We will go through precious metals because silver had its best day since 2008, gold hit $5,100, and we'll go through some other cool things, including a commodity which I think will take the spotlights away from silver and gold in a couple of months. So stay tuned until the end. If you're brand new to this channel, my name is Crypto Kid. I've been producing content for the past 4.5 years here on this channel about the crypto markets and recently about precious metals. We're here every single day. Believe me, it gets hard to do it and keep the discipline, but I do it for you. And if you enjoy the content, make sure to destroy the like button and subscribe. If this video can be a test, if you enjoy this video, then subscribe for more because chances are you will enjoy the next updates as well. With that said, let's go over Bitcoin and break down everything we do need to break down. So firstly, Cme Gap, I'm a strong believer in a reversal to the upside to close both. I'm currently in long positions and I will close those long positions once we get to 93K, close that gap over there. I will keep 20% of them open until we reach the 200 daily moving average because historically, following a Q4 top, Bitcoin has come up to its 200 daily moving average, got a retest followed by a rejection, and the remainder 20% I will close at that 200 daily moving average. It happened in the last cycle, it happened in the cycle before, and in the cycle before. So for me, it makes perfect sense to keep at least a little bit of the allocation until we see that potential retest, and I will jump into a small short position that I will scale once we get confirmation of a rejection. But if we don't, and if that position gets stopped out, I will show those detailed setups once the time comes. If that position gets stopped out, I'm going to be the happiest person in the world. You may be thinking, why, Crypto Kid? Well, if you don't know, a majority of my net worth is in Bitcoin. So if we get stopped out, or if I get stopped out, and Bitcoin decides to break above the 200 daily moving average, it will signify that we want to play catch up with the M2 money supply and the S&P 500, which Bitcoin follows for about 90% of the time. That would mean new all-time highs. I've never mentioned this before, but if I get stopped out at the 200 daily moving average, if we break above it, then it's going to be the best thing to happen because then all the spot bags will start climbing to the upside. So I will short there because it would literally not make sense for me to not short. Because historically, you've seen that retest and rejection. And so far, we're playing history like textbook. So I will short there, but if I get stopped out, then we will start being bullish, ladies and gentlemen. So let me cheer you up because I know the past couple of videos have been a bit doomy and gloomy. So I'll tell you that much. All right. And jumping into the metalverse, gold has hit brand new all-time high. Silver hit $115 today. It saw the highest appreciation, single day appreciation since 2008. This looks like an altcoin. It's not an altcoin. I promise you, it is a precious metal. This is not silver coin. It is literally silver, the commodity silver. And it added 2 trillion in market cap over the past 3 weeks alone. That is more than the entire market cap of Bitcoin. And it's been added in just 3 weeks. We've been very bullish on silver across the past months. We made a video with Carl at the start of December, essentially doing like a final warning when we were at the neckline of a huge multi-year, multi-decade even, cup and handle pattern. And that was around the $40 and we said that we can go over 100. That's what's happened. I still think that there is a little bit more tailwind for silver. I think we can go into 120, 130. I've already started to take profits because whenever the top comes in, the crash after historically is rough and I just don't want to get burnt. So I've started to take profits. I will still continue to take profits. Can we go over 120, 130? Look, of course we can, but I would rather take my chips off of the table than hang on to them for too long and experience a severe correction and ride the profits all the way back to the downside. That's my thought process when it comes to silver. We know that precious metals rising is not a good sign for the macro. It usually signals recessions. Let's see. I think there's still a chance the stock market can recover, so I won't call the recession until I see all of my check boxes get ticked. So I'm not going to call it a recession for now. But what we do know is that the current administration wants to reduce the value of the dollar as much as they can, and they've reduced it by 2% last week. So they're doing a good job, because if the dollar reduces in value, then you're going to start seeing more increased production in America. Trump wants to produce in America. He got foreign direct investment of trillions of dollars so that factories are built in America, so goods are produced in America. Currently, America is a big consuming country. There's a lot of capital between Americans. They're consuming a lot. But if the time comes where they don't get access to imports from China or other countries, then yeah, you're a bit, screwed. So they want to produce internally. How do you incentivize that, or how do you enforce it? Well, if you reduce the value of the dollar, importing is too expensive then, because if your dollar is reducing its value and other currencies are appreciating its value, when you buy from China or another country, it starts to get more expensive. So it's better if you produce locally. And I think that's what he's trying to create. For the past 20, 30 years, the production in America has stalled. Ever since globalization, production in America has stalled. And now we're getting a small uptrend to the upside. And whenever you do see that uptrend, the value of the dollar comes down. There's massive amounts of debasement. There's a huge debt. They're going to refinance that debt. And I think the dollar will lose huge support and end up going lower over the course of the next few years. And that's going to be beneficial for Bitcoin when I look into the macro 2027 and beyond. The final piece of hopium that I want to share with you is that Rick Ryder, the individual we discussed who has the highest probability currently of becoming the next Fed chair, in a compilation of clips stated that 100 basis point difference for him isn't going to matter so much if it would mean America can save billions of dollars from fiscal policy. So as you know, the current Fed chair and the current Fed, they're fully focused and committed to monetary policy and their dual mandate of inflation and unemployment. They don't look into fiscal policy, which involves the debts. And fair enough, they don't need to do that. But the new chair stated in a CNBC interview saying that, hey, you know what? If the current expectation is that rates come down to 3% by the existing Federal Open Market Committee, but if we can cut it by another 100 basis points and save billions of dollars in debt refinancing, because there is no sort of any risk to inflation right now, I would be willing to do that. That's what he basically said. Lower rates mean more liquidity. Lower rates mean more liquidity means a higher Bitcoin price. There you go. I think that's enough for you. That's enough hopium for you. I don't want you to get too excited now, but these were some points that I thought would be necessary to cover. I think there's a big potential on the horizon. I think that copper is going to emerge as a spotlight commodity that takes away some of the investment that's currently being going into gold and silver. Why? Because the amount of demand for copper is surging. GPUs, electric cars, well, not GPUs, specifically GPUs, I mean CPUs as well. I mean computer parts, EVs, electric vehicles, missiles, there's grids, everything needs copper. And the demand for copper is going up as the demand for electric vehicles and technology goes up. And there isn't enough copper to meet the demand. So if you go back to high school economics, if there's more demand than supply, then what happens? You see prices surge to the upside. We already know there's a huge rush into gold and silver. We know that the economy will go into an expansion very soon, starting this year. When the economy expands, it means more production. And if there's more production, you need more copper. You're breaking out of a huge technical pattern. And you already got that fake out. We went back inside the pattern, and now we're getting that confirmed breakout. So a lot of indicators show to me that copper could be the next good pick. So I've started to already buy some copper, and I'm going to be adding to my position over the next few days. And yeah, I'm actually quite excited about it. Let's see how it goes. But before I end off this video, just something crazy that took place over the past 2 days. Somebody is a CEO of a company that has, think of it as the rights to basically sell off the seized assets that America owns once America wants that to happen. And this individual is the CEO of this company, and he has a son. His son somehow got access to American Bitcoin funds, about $40 million of them, and we don't know what he's going to do with it. So America needs to secure their Bitcoin ASAP. Otherwise, there's a huge threat. it could be exploited furthermore. And I just wanted to bring it up because I found it to be extremely crazy. I know my American audience are experiencing the coldest winter in 20 years. So shout out to you guys. Hopefully you're warm and everything is fine. My friends were in blizzards and I was shocked when he said we have a blizzard because I've never seen a blizzard in my life. It sounded so awful. But then he said, yeah, we get the blizzard like every now and again. It's okay. I know a lot of flights have been grounded, but you know, wishing you guys a lot of safety. I just want to bring up the fact that because the power grid has been is coming to all-time high usage due to the cold weather, you need more electricity to keep people warm. Bitcoin miners have been reducing their hash power. So there's less and less hash power dedicated to Bitcoin. And over the past 3 days, we saw a drop of 32% in hash rates. They are stopping, they're curtailing to allow electricity to be used to warm people up. This is why we have a big drop in the hash rate. It's not concerning because obviously weather will be better eventually. So over the next 2 weeks, just expect slower Bitcoin transactions. And I shared this data before this video 2 hours ago over on my brand new Levex profile, which I will talk more about in future videos. It is a very cool exchange that I started to try out. I honestly love. I love the UI. I love the design. And the best thing is I'm going to be posting regularly here over on Levex. I'm going to be posting exclusive thoughts, as in insights before I make videos, exclusive videos here, and even updates on positions that I take. If you want to join early on, I currently have no subscribers. I literally set it up today. You can go to the description of today's video, second link in the description, sign up with your email address and password, and you would be able to, let me show you, because I think there's another step you actually need to follow. So after you create your account, right, this is the page you'll be directed to with the second link. You sign up, and when you go to the home page, which will be this main Levex homepage, you need to click Search Levex. And here, you just type in Crypto Kid after you sign up with the link in the description. You have to, otherwise you won't be able to, unfortunately, follow along. But once you do, and you search Crypto Kid, when you click subscribe, boom, you'll be able to have access to that content and future ones that I'll be posting. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you all on the next video tomorrow. Take care, guys, and as always, bye-bye.